Ciao e benvenuto a Ups and Bros, and this week we'll be talking about craft beer in Italy. I just got back from this fantastic trip over there, and I want to share with you guys my tips to where you can find craft beer and also which beer you should be on the lookout for. So let's jump into it right now.
For an open window on the craft beer world, Max and Chris from Ups and Welcome to Ups and Bros! Yeah.
Alright, so this week, one hell of a big video, and I've wanted to make this video for a while. It's been 2 weeks since I got back from Italy, and I got myself a bunch of great beers, and this wouldn't be what I was expecting when I first started organizing my trip in Italy. Why? Because mainly my girlfriend was looking out for beaches, nice places, so the Amalfi Coast, which is a fantastic place to stay. There's beautiful beach, blue water, just really good food at the same time, so you can't really think about beer that way. But I really enjoy it because it acts like kind of a test on me, and I want to discover beers over there. So I went on my phone, reached out to a fellow craft beer lover that I found just by following other people. Like, this is the way I met Sven from Iceland when I got to Iceland. Same way I met with Monica. You can follow her at Craft Beer and Monica. So like there's a dash. I can show you, like the handle is this way. It's quite big, but she gave me out some awesome tips. She also has a blog, so the link to her blog is going to be down there, and with all really good addresses. But she warned me, because after Rome, if you go down south, there won't be a lot of good beers available. Like, they get really rare. Like, wine gets better, you get limoncello that kicks in at the same time, and like you get good food, beaches and all that stuff. So the vibe for craft beer kind of like dies off after Rome. But I kept pushing, and I was able to find what I wanted. First of all, Rome and the surroundings. So Rome is a really big city, the main one in Italy, if you're not counting like Vienna and Florence and the up north. So in the middle of Italy, Rome, this is where we landed, but also this is where I wanted to start my quest for craft beer. But it's one of the biggest, I want to point that out, you are in one of the biggest outdoor patios in the world. So yes, of course, in Italy, you're allowed to drink beer, wine, alcohol in the streets. Be aware, you gotta like behave yourself and be a good person at the same time. Like, just don't be an asshole drinking in the streets. But it means that all the beer shops are quite small, because people are allowed to just walk down the street with a beer in their hands, which I really do admire. It's something that I think we're quite like behind on it. Like, we need to accept this stuff because it's just part of like the life out there. Where can you find beers? So I went on Google, find some good addresses like Johnny's Off License and also Le Vigneron. So Johnny's Off License, they have 2 shops in Rome, and that's where I found most of my beers. Really good recommendations from the staff over there, and also this is a great place to share a beer with people and learn about their own craft beer industry and how like it's working over there and what styles are more popular and how they get influenced by the flora around them and all that stuff. So seriously, it's worth stopping by. And thanks a lot to everyone at Johnny's Off License for the great recommendation. Also, like some beers you made me taste. Seriously helped me out for my whole trip discovering beers in Italy. Also, Le Vigneron is a little bit more like a shop where you can find natural wines, but also a great selection of beers. I haven't stopped there, but it was recommended to me by the second point I want to point out. Check on your Google Maps. Why? Because it's one thing that I always did when I go to, let's say, United States. I did the same thing when I was in Iceland, but in Italy, something I forgot about is that people speak mostly Italian. So be aware, using the word birra, so B-I-R-R-A, will help you just get a better research on your Google Maps and find the addresses that you might miss if you were looking for, let's say, craft beer or just like brewery in general. So keep an eye for birra when you get to Italy, because this is how I found L'Osteria di Birra di Birra del Borgo. So this is where I stopped by my first night, and literally not knowing where we were going, but also met with Luca over there. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right, but you made me taste different beers, enjoying some of those like this that I bring back home. So this is an historical beer made with bread and wild yeast, but I'm drinking right now your great recommendation, which is oyster stout that you guys recommended. And seriously, I had a great experience. Food was amazing, and seriously, it just made my transition to the Italian culture, but also the Italian beer culture, a lot easier when just dropping off from the plane. Again, I'll be back with Craft Beer and Monica. She also recommended some beer bars around. So let's say like you've seen some breweries, you bought some beers from the Johnny's off license, and you want to experiment more like with beer bars. So the one thing she did really recommend, and she pointed out like with big exclamation marks and like you need to stop by. It's a hard one to pronounce, but Mace Siete Venucci Hafa. Great beer bar, and it's right next to the river. Just the surroundings are amazing. We stopped there right before visiting the Colosseum, so it's not close to Colosseum, but still it's a great spot to start off. And seriously, I was amazed by the beer selection over there, but also the recommendations from the staff. So I had the opportunity to try beers from Italy, and you guys do kick ass because you got some really good European imports. And I'm talking about Cantillon, which he told me there it's just always available on tap over there, which it's not something we do get here. So I do really appreciate this, and you can easily see that that's what inspires them into building beers. So they are really inspired by sour beers, and I really love that because I'm a fan of sour beers too, and wild stuff and all that stuff. This is why I think we should be excited about what's coming out of Italy, because they got all that nice wine knowledge, pairing up with some wild yeast and all that stuff and blending them together. So you get the nice background of wine flavors blending in with beer actually. So super pumped. And Max, I'm not opening these ones until you get your ass here. So no worries, we'll do some awesome reviews about those nice beers. But this bar, the Mace Siete Venucci Fa, also organized one of the biggest beer festivals in Rome. It's called the Euro Hop, and it's happening usually in October. So this year it will be from October 12, 13, and 14 of 2018. If you happen to be around Rome, it's a really great event. He told me that there's a bunch of breweries from around the world visiting, so keep an eye for it. All the links will be down there, and it's all useful links, so no worries. Like, you can wait until the end of the video and find them after that. But after I visited the Mace Siete Venucci Fa, I stopped by Beer Time Beer Shop. So this was like straight off random corner right over there, and mostly locals over there, but I drank one of the best Hell's Lager I can have. And seriously, with the really harsh summer weather, like I wanted a thirst quenching beer, and it was what I needed. And oh yes, I forgot that. I'll be back. And I'm back. So I totally forgot about that. In some of beer bars, they got this. It's called I Tesorini, and seriously one of the greatest snacks I've ever had. It looks like that. Can you guys see it? I don't know if you guys can see it. So it's just little rings made with potatoes and some wheat with olive oil and rosemary. It's super easy, super simple, and I love to eat them with beer. It's just like the perfect snack. But you know, and my dog loves them really bad. Love you. Love you. Say bye. But after all the great time I had in Rome, so I visited a bunch of great places like the Vatican, the Colosseum. Really hard to pronounce, but all those old monuments. I was able to grab some good beers, and that really warms my heart. Rome, I love you for that, and seriously, I'll probably be back, no worries. But we had to leave down south visiting Pompeii, but also the Amalfi Coast. This is where things got completely different. I was scared not finding some of those craft beers, but first restaurant we did on the coast of Pompeii with the view on the fantastic Vesuvio, which is the volcano out there. Met with those guys. So it's called BeerFiori Sorrento. They had a beer brewed with lemon. It was amazing. Like a little pale ale with lemon. I don't know why, but it really crushed my heart. It was fantastic. Just nice, refreshing, light. What I needed with those warm days. And seriously, it's also made with like the lemons that grows up there. It just showcase the kind of like the mindset they have using local ingredients. Went there, stopped by, not open yet. But I got some good recommendation from the employee that was present over there. They're slowly like getting on their feet. Like it's a little small place, and they're growing like with the demand, and it's fantastic to see that this coast is supporting their local brewery, and they're literally like helping everyone out on the coast, which is completely amazing. So if you happen to be around Amalfi Coast, visiting Capri and being in Sorrento, then be on the lookout for BeerFiori Sorrento. They have great beers, and they should be on your list next time you visit Italy. So overall, Italy is one fantastic spot. They got amazing food, so calling pizza, pasta, mozzarella. Like I can't even eat that anymore for now. Like I'm probably sure I'll be jumping on the next pizza I see. But aside of all the good food and the fantastic sceneries, you guys have a really healthy craft beer industry growing up, and I can't wait to see more of what you guys can put out. So definitely check him out. Go check out all the links I've gathered around in the comment section, and also go check out Craft Beer and Monica, her fantastic blog about the beers in Italy, but also her great Instagram feed where she shares all the experiences about the different craft beers she tried from Italy. It's really well done. So thanks a lot. I really do appreciate all the recommendation you did, and seriously, it just fuels my passion for beer, but also my passion to discover beers from all around the world. So stay tuned for more beer reviews, Craft Beer 101s, which are always out on Tuesdays with Max. So thanks for all the support, and we'll see you guys in the next video. And yes, don't forget to share that with your travel savvy friends. Cheers. Bing. Should we get a bing for this one?